Okay, so these rules apply to any field. I happen to be trying to do content creation and learning some other skills at the same time while I'm in high school. So it's kind of a mix for me, but I'm going to put these two things together that I've noticed, and that may help you as well. Number one, do much more listening. You have to work based on the audience you are attempting to get. An expert race car driver is not going to be impressed by art. He wants a Formula One race. And reality will always show you if you are giving the correct information based on the development of your life. If you're going where you want to, you're putting in the right things. And to further go on in detail about that, it is if you are actualizing the things that you say you want and you're able to put in action that you know will get you to that result, or that you can see is getting you to that result, then you are doing the right thing. However, a lot of people get stuck fantasizing about doing the correct option instead of actually doing it through daydreaming, visualization, etc., etc. That's great, but you have to actually do something in the material world in order to get material results, right? You can do all the mindset things you want, but you have to at least take action of some sort. Otherwise, nothing will be done. It's like me saying, this is a random book that my mom's reading. It's like me saying that that I'm gonna magically read this book all the way through. It's like, well, it might make it quicker, but if you're not reading it, you're not reading it. That's just a simple, like, it's something like that. If you're not starting a business and you're in a job, then you're in a job, right? It's a very simple rule of development for becoming a person that you want to be is, are you this or not? Because that's very definitive if you put it in the realm of material. Because what happens is, another thing that happens usually is that when people ask that question to themselves, they put themselves in the realm of the spiritual and like that area, and then they believe that they're in the right direction. They always say they believe they're going somewhere, but in reality, they're still in the same spot. They're still at their job. They're still they're still working at the wrong skill. Because, give you a quick lesson here, right? Jobs and businesses are equal in their power if they are put in the right direction with the right skills. Because a business owner can lead people, but he has to have all the sacrifices on the personal level and in the business level to become a better business. That is just simply how it is. The Imag Adji always says a business problem is a external reflection of a personal problem, right? Or it was something like that. So you have to understand what ideal image fits with your business as a person. What person runs this type of thing? Okay? So, do much more listening, right? Get the audience, know what they want, give them that version that they need. Because then you can give yourself the version that you need, right? So, that is my first lesson on becoming above average, or starting from above average and becoming a monster. Number 2, communication. Words are extremely important if you're delivering a message to specific people. You must be concise and worthy of your audience's retention and attention. The number of people isn't as important as who you're targeting. 1 million artists doesn't beat 100 race car drivers as your people. Retention is the most important to be accurate in where you're aiming. Okay? My audience is people in their mid-20s to mid-30s who feel that they have a sort of skill, that they have a sort of thing, and they're kind of decent, they're pretty good at what they do, but they want to really get up to here. They want to get to this type of level, right? They want to get to that place. That is what I hope to bring myself and to other people that direction towards. So, to bring this, I guess, together, when you do more listening, you can understand what the audience values. You can understand what do they want? What's in it for them if they see you? And then you go, okay, how do I communicate that to them? How do I tell them that, hey, I'm here to give you something? I'm here to give you something, right? Not me, you. If this video was for me, I wouldn't upload it. That would make no sense. So, that's very important to be concise and accurate with your communication. And this third one that I'm going to bring up now is the mode of consumption. Consumption, sorry. If you're consuming things, okay? Consume things, whether that be food, whether that be music, whether that be podcasts, whatever that may be for you. I want you to consume things that the ideal person in your mind would be consuming. If you sit down and you say, am I, in my ideal future, consuming this? And your answer is no, then stop watching it. Then that just brings you one step closer. I mean, it's a simple step like that. It's not even that hard, right? It's not that hard to go, oh, just go watch something else then. Well, what do I watch? Okay. Well, I'd probably be watching something entertaining a little bit, but much more informative, so that way I could use that knowledge in my business. Okay. So maybe I should watch, Diary of a CEO. That's a good one. Boom. And now you're getting that. And then you're actually taking steps progressively. They're small steps. They're always going to be small steps. Because small steps lead to bigger steps in the effect realm, right? You take small causal steps, like rewatching the correct content, rereading the correct books, applying the correct rules in your life, right? So on, so forth. You take the little drudging steps. And the reason why this is so important is, if you always heard the phrase of you're friends with the, or like you're like the 5 people you spend the most time with, I want to reword that to you'll become like the 5 people that you subscribe to and watch the most. You'll become like them. Because obviously there's a lot of people being lonely nowadays and they're just sitting here watching social media. So, if you're going to do that, might as well do it in a realm where you're going to at least gain some beneficial neurological sequences that'll allow you to become productive, to get this form of success and at least the material world, right? If it's at least that minimum, then you can say, okay, at least have material success. What about spiritual success? Now you can step into that realm because you have a grounded reality where you know you can do things, and then you go, okay, what about this thing and that thing and that, and then you can go on to go forth. So, and that will really allow you to become a monster because you'll understand the things that are required are quite truly monstrous. I mean, think about it. Not many people would be willing to sit down and do one thing for 10 years. Even if it was for 5 minutes, right? Like 10 years is a long fucking time. So if you're gonna go and do that thing, you might as well do it and do it with some accuracy, right? Then you're really getting somewhere. Now if you're doing it like an hour a day or 20 minutes a day for 10 years, you're going to be good at it. Like that point, there's just like, you have to be someone like Charles Manson in order for that to not work, right? You can't be someone who is a sane, normal individual who does something for that long and doesn't become good at it. Think about it. If you've been at your job for more than, we'll say, 5 years, right? You've been at your job for more than 5 years. How good are you at it compared to new people? You probably fucking smoke their asses, right? Now, what if you took that and said, okay, I'm going to bring this mentality I have of my work for my self-respect, and then, since I respect myself, I'm going to say, hey, this job is not for me. I want to go do something else. Boom. Or, if you can't do that quite yet, work on the thing when you're at home, right? on the weekends, on the spare time you have. Because if you spend the spare time just having fun, right? Whatever your definition of fun may be. I don't care if it's hedonistic or not, right? If you're having fun and you're not getting that thing done, and then you're wondering why you're not getting there, well, it's because you're not doing the thing, like I mentioned earlier. You have to be doing the thing in order for that thing to become a reality in the material world. That is simply how it works. It is like, if I sit here and imagine myself doing 10 push-ups, sure, that would get me more likely to do it, but it doesn't give me the results of doing 10 push-ups. It's that type of like simplicity, right? And this is the step between the above average and the monster, is that they are taking the capabilities that they have and they're aiming them in such a precise manner that nothing can stop the beam that comes out, you know? Which is your work, essentially. So, with that being said, I want to say thank you for watching this, if you watched it all the way through. I hope this makes a bit of sense. I think it makes sense to me. And do the thing. And as always, we're here to help you help them.